important it is to participate during the Mass and to take into appreciation the beauty and flow of this beautiful gift that our church and our tradition has given us, that it's broken up into 4 parts in these 4 rites. And the first rite is the liturgy of the Word. And that God speaks through us through that Word. And through these stories, through these love letters that is in the Bible, we are truly able to understand that love, that relationship that God has with his people, and how that relationship has transferred to the New Testament and how Jesus relates to us in this modern world. So, we can go through the order of the Mass, and actually, Leah, let me give you some of these. And the importance of the Mass is, again, I can't stress enough, is how we participate. There are other denominations which, the difference between homily and sermon. I've been to other denominational masses or sermons. I've been to a Lutheran service. I've been to a Baptist service. And immediately after was a Catholic service. And the funny thing was, back when I was singing, it was one after the other. And I was really able to appreciate, the ebb and flow of all of these services. And then lastly, having to, participate in our Catholic Mass, I was like, wow, I could really appreciate what we have, because if you were to take part in like a Baptist service, it's a lot of music. I mean, you've got it in your face. It is like entertainment. Here we come, and you are clapping your hands. You are up off of your chairs. And I love it. You felt the energy of Christ there. But I felt there was something that was missing. And for me, I felt like the sermon versus, and I'm not going to say verses, but the true difference between a sermon and a homily is that a sermon is more of an instruction. I'm giving you instruction to a way to live your life in the right path. But our priests, one thing that they do is a homily gives us an understanding as to what these readings mean, and gives new life and creates a new world for us as to what the Old Testament means and what the Psalms mean and what the New Testament means. All, in harmony with what may be happening in our lives today, and how it can help us with our lives, but not instructing us, okay, this is what you have to do. We are given the opportunity to think for ourselves, to make our own decisions, celebrating that God has given us that free will to decide. So the priests are our guide to understanding the beauty of the Old Testament, the Psalms, again, the Old Testament in the second reading, and then the New Testament in the Gospel. So the liturgy of the Word, just to reiterate, is the Old Testament is in the first reading, then immediately after is the song of the Psalms, which is beautiful because this is how, our people sing the praises to God. This is where we talk to God. And you can, if you take the opportunity to just flip through the Psalms, you'll see that it's this beautiful interaction with God. And it's almost like these love letters. And if you ever feel down, just move through the Psalms. It's the most beautiful thing that's so uplifting. And then again, with a second reading, it brings us back to the Old Testament. And then finally the Gospel, which is the New Testament. There's no other place in other religions that do that embody this beautiful way of sharing this, just celebrating the Gospels, celebrating the Scripture. So that is the liturgy of the Word. So